It was built on genocide. It was built on slavery. And therefore, anything that has not been resolved since then has led to where we're at now. The United States of apartheid. We have a country that locks up more people than the rest of all other countries combined. We have stats that prove that. But it's important to recognize that while most of us are here, trying to put the system on trial, the system has been guilty from the beginning. In our schools, they don't teach us about our real history. They teach us about how to become colonial slaves. They teach us how to hate one another. They teach us self-hate. So the murders happening in the state of Oakland, city of Oakland, are due to the institutionalized racism. As Sangnite pointed out, being in school can be very traumatic for anyone of color, for anyone that wants to assert themselves and know more about their history. And I say their story, not his story, but her story. Going to school, I remember growing up, was very difficult when I was caught up with my homies. That was over 20 years ago. Now I'm 33 now, and it's still difficult for me to walk around my own neighborhood. Why? Because the culture of law enforcement is racist. The culture of corrections, law enforcement, the fraternity of law enforcement is not only racist, it's sadistic in nature. When a guard thinks that he could dominate you by inflicting not only physical, but also psychological punishment on you, it's institutionalized at every level, whether the city or juvenile hall, at the ranch, at the county jail, and state penitentiaries, the federal penitentiaries. The guards are not there to protect you. The guards are not there to keep people safe. The guards are there to inflict as much punishment upon you. And it's institutionalized, so it is racist, and not only in nature, but in practice. And then, the minute someone comes home and wants to rebuild his or her life, he experiences racism at almost every level. For example, coming home after doing a 6-year sentence, I tried applying in many jobs. This is not fabricated, this is my real experience. And everywhere I went, people, before they knew about my so-called criminal history, I was, oh, you're a perfect candidate, you speak well, you're articulate, you know, I want to hire you now, but we have to go through this process. And the minute they found out that I'd been convicted of a crime, I was dismissed. So that question, have you ever been convicted of a crime, or have you ever been arrested, or any variation of that question, is discriminatory. It's institutionalized racism. It's not only to employment, it also goes down to public benefits. It goes down to housing. It also goes down to life insurance. I know a good friend of mine who's in the audience who was denied life insurance based on his long incarceration history. It is not only limited to people that are incarcerated, but it's also limited to those who are coming across the borders to find jobs to sustain their families. A lot of people who come from immigrant backgrounds do not come here to look for gold because this is the land of gold and dollars. They come here to be able to feed themselves, because not only is racism affecting their community back home, but communities out there being displaced. SB 1070 is institutionalized racism. The newest law that passed in Alabama targeting immigrants is institutionalized racism. It is institutionalized because it made it to a law, and then under the code of protecting our borders, under the code of keeping the economy nationally, but it's still racism. It seems to many of us who are black, brown, even yellow, and poor white, that the color, being born in America in a black, brown, or red, yellow skin tone is a crime.